Welcome, everybody. Happy, thriving Thursday. I am super excited because we have gathered some of the absolutely most iconic movers and shakers, top leaders and earners in this company around the world, just to come here and share some energy, right? Share their enthusiasm, share their experiences, and basically be able to share with you their expectancy for this weekend and what you should be expecting. And I'm super excited for everybody that is on here. We're not going to go into any specific order. However, I'm just excited to have some of the most iconic individuals on here. And the first young lady I am going to bring up, I had to start with her because she has been absolutely crushing it. And I've had the pleasure of meeting this young woman a little bit over 2 years ago, and her energy is just one of those energies that captivates you, right? She is one of those energies that captivates you. Her heart is just so pure. Her energy is out of this world, right? She recently hit the level of director, and there has just been a shift in her. There's been a shift in her mind. There's been a shift in her heart. There's been a shift in her activity, and I am super duper excited to have her. And she's calling in all the way from Boston, Massachusetts, Miss Ja Hernandez. Are you on the line, Ja? How you doing?
Grand Rising. Hello, hello. I'm here. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, sunshine. How you doing? We hear you and we see you. So really quick,
Hello.
tell the people a little bit about yourself, and yeah, share with them a little bit about you. Who is Ja? Like, let them know who is Ja Hernandez. Let them know.
Grand Rising, Pam. It's always a pleasure to see your smile. I love it. This is a great way to start. I love you guys. For those of you that don't know who I am Ja. I'm from Boston. I am 23 years young. And wow, what is there to say? I've just been so focused. I don't even know what to say. I'm just super excited to be here and, to really just shed some light onto what's so important. And that is definitely training. So, hello, everyone.
Nice. Can you talk about your first training experience, Ja, and why do you feel like training is so important, especially this weekend?
Yeah, most definitely. So, my first training event was Momentum, and it honestly blew my mind because before, when everything was normal and we were going to physical destination events, we were just collecting together as individuals, it was my first event to really see something like that happen. And it was my introduction to personal development and how business really is formed and how you go about it. So I was completely, you know, head over heels over what we do because I have never seen just such a group of young, just it doesn't matter because you're never really old when you're with us, right? But it completely blew my mind because all of the energy that we got there, all of the information that was there, and it was done so fun that it didn't feel like a training at all. The word training, I think, scares people. They think that they're gonna sit in front of this boring person for hours and be falling asleep. That is not what you get here. All you get here is energy, and you walk away with essentially like a blueprint as to how you're going to take your business to the next level. So what it's done for me is it's made me who I am today. I have never missed a training in my life, and I never will miss a training. So if you're doing business, it is crucial and essential that you be there. Not to mention, it is also in your living room. It is going to be on your laptop, on your phone, whatever you are streaming from. So there is absolutely no excuse for you not to be a part of this amazing event. Pam, I don't know if it's my service. I don't know if you said something.
Thank you. Absolutely appreciating on so much and sharing greatly. Now we're actually going to stay in Boston, Massachusetts.
Yes.
All right, all right. We should be great now. Moving right along. I don't know if you guys are able to hear me or not. Perfection, perfection, perfection. Can you guys hear me all right? All right, perfect. So moving right along, I'm excited to bring up this next person is absolutely near and dear to my heart. I've had the honor, pleasure, and privilege of working alongside her. When I remember first met her in her living room, I was blown away by her energy as well. Someone that has been a nurse for over 30 years, someone that's been married for over 30 years, someone that's a glamour, that's a mom, that is killing it. And I remember meeting her in her living room, and we're going to take it a little bit of south of Boston. We're going to go to Brockton, Massachusetts, City of Champions. And her going to training completely changed everything. But I want you guys to hear her story. Miss Gracita Rochi, aka Miss My Amazing Grace. Are you on the line, Queen? Can you share your story really quick? Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yes, yes, I'm here. Hello, everyone. Hi,
Hello,
how you all
Queen.
doing? Can,
Amazing. Let the people know a little bit
awesome,
about
awesome.
you.
Can you all hear me now?
Yes, ma'am. We can hear you perfectly.
Hey, guys, I'm here from Brockton, Massachusetts, and I met PM a little bit, almost 4 years. It's going to be in December, so it's been quite a long time and been part of this family, and then I've been part of this family. Guys, when I saw this information, I'm 54 years young, so you say age is about nothing but just a number, and a number is just what we need on our bank account. I've been saying that for a long time. So I am a registered nurse. I am a mother of three, and I am a grandmother. And I've been part of this amazing company for almost 4 years. When I saw this information, it was actually almost the end of December, and I was a person who was already traveling the world. So when I saw that, was not doubt in my mind that I was going to have an amazing fun with a fun people. So few days after that, met Miss Pam in my living room. I literally just drawn to her energy, drawn to her love that she has and the passion that she just pour into people. And it was just so amazing that I adopted her as my daughter. So she's been my daughter for a long time, and I share her with her amazing mom. And thank you for being part of my life. So I was not like so much into business itself, but I was into traveling because traveling has been on my DNA for a long time, and I was already doing it. So when I saw this, I said, "This is just me." And where have you guys been for the last 20 years that I was traveling for so much money? And it's just been so much fun. And when she told me that I could go to training, I was supposed to be working. And I said, "Oh, we going to Arizona Momentum? What is that?" She said, "Oh, you gotta come, Grace." I said, "Well, I'm working that weekend." And my husband goes, "Are you working? Where you think you're going?" I said, I was working, but I'm not working anymore. I'm going." So it worked all night long, got on the plane. It took us 18 hours from Boston to get to Arizona that time. It was like a long traveling that day because I was on standby. Let me tell you, I did not regret 1 ounce of an hour that I had lost sleeping because I was awake for over 36 hours to get the momentum. It was just an amazing that blew my mind away when I heard from everyone that was there. It was like Jay Pacer was there, and then when he just spoke life into what was happening that day, I saw amazing people on that arena, over 20,000 people in the arena. I said, "This is not a training, this is party." So from that day on, I came back. It was just like a wrap. It was just a transformation day for me and for the rest of my family that we've been part of this company, and I just been so glad to be part of. And here I am today, still here, and just enjoying the ride. So
Yes,
training is
ma'am.
non-negotiable. You have to be there no matter what you're doing. If you're not sleeping, just go. If you're sleeping, just wake up and go. Whatever you're doing, do not miss the training.
Yes, Queen. I mean, I was gonna ask you what you feel about training, but you answered it. Thank you so much, my amazing Grace, for getting on and sharing your light. As always, love you so much. Can't wait to see you and hug you. Thank you for blessing us this morning. Moving right along, we're going to take this to the beautiful state of Florida, and we are going to have Mr. Shane Miller. Shane the Great get on and share his story. Formerly as a teacher, used to live in Jamaica. That's where he started his journey. Absolutely optimistic. You cannot use the word good around Mr. Shane. But Shane, if you could please unmute yourself, tell people a little bit about you and your first training experience. Thank you so much.
All right, awesome. Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear.
All right, amazing. Thanks for having me on. Looking lovely. Okay, great morning, everybody. My name is Shane Miller. I am from Jamaica, living in Florida now. And well, training. I'm going to talk about training. Yeah, my first training was United, and that was amazing. That was absolutely amazing. You see, ladies and gentlemen, I did World Ventures super part time for over 3 years, and I've never hit during that the majority of that time. I've never been a qualified rep. I've never been a qualified rep. All right, I've been an active rep. Like each time I add somebody, somebody drops out. Each time I add somebody, somebody drops out. All right, and it was in June of this year, 2020. I needed two persons to become a qualified rep, and I also needed two persons to become a senior rep, because when I add persons, I build through them. All right, and in June, when I added those two persons, the moment I hit qualified rep, I hit senior rep. And that was just simply amazing. 2 months after that, I became a director. Now this journey, it was rough. All right. There was a lot of ups and downs, but there are a few things that kept me in the game. And one of them, very essential, is training. You see, I don't think they should call training. I think they should call it inspiring, motivating, activating the best you. All right. Training is just uh, amazing. Training is so amazing. Words can't even describe it. Words can't even describe training, because this is what training does. Training builds your belief. It verifies your vision and make it bigger, causing you to think bigger. And as I borrow a quote from the movie Sprinter, little things for little thinkers, big things for big thinkers. See you at training.
Woo! Bullet. Thank you so much. That was amazing. Shane the Great. I'm looking forward to catching up with you in Tampa very, very soon. Let's get it. Next level. Wow. Did y'all hear that? He went from a qualified rep, which means you're qualified to earn commissions because you referred for, you pay no more, and went to senior rep, which is the second level of residual income, and 2 months later went to the third level of residual income because of training. Absolutely iconic. Love it. Moving right along, we are going to move to Mr. Maurice. Maurice is absolutely killing it. If you could please share your story really, really quick and share your training experience. Greatly appreciate you, Maurice.
All right, cool. So thank you so much, Pam, for getting me on the call. Super excited to be on here with you guys today. I hope everybody having a great morning. Like she said, my name is Maurice, 28 years old from Alabama. I actually seen World Avengers a year ago, you guys know. When I seen it, I really seen it for just to travel. I just wanted to take a cool trip, so I did get involved. And my first 24 hours, I think I signed on my aunt. So I'm like, hold on. If I'm going to share this anyway, I might as well do the business. So I ended up adding the business, I think, like 6 days later. And Delicia, marketing director in the company, she said, well, we have a training in West Palm Beach because I was working for a lot of there. So I was like, well, I got to work. We're on 7 days right now. I can't make it. Well, something happened at work. They said we don't have to work that weekend. So I ended up going to the training, which was a regional in West Palm Beach. I think Miss Melanie Levitz, she was the MC that day. And I actually went to the training. I got on almost like a suit. I was dressed from head to toe because I did not know what kind of training it was going to be. But when I got there, it was like everybody said, it was like a big party. It was like I guess family. Everybody was so acting like they knew me. You know what I'm saying? I was brand new in, and it was just pretty cool. And I went by myself, so I was kind of like nervous and everything like that. But it was pretty cool. So then after that training event, I kind of started to see things at a different, a different level. So after that, I started moving kind of fast. I ended up hitting 3-star rep. I think in like 3 weeks. 3 weeks, I hit the rising star bones real fast. And I ended up talking to an RMD at the beginning of June, because I got into May. And at the beginning of June, the guy said, well, if you hit 3-star rep that fast and got the rising star bonus, if you come to boot camp, you're not a senior rep, don't talk to me. So I'm like, wow, right? So I started moving kind of slow then, went on a big chill trip. That gave me some belief because I was on a dream trip, came back moving fast. So we ended up going to boot camp in 2019. And as soon as I got off the plane at boot camp, I had senior rep. So like that was amazing. And just at that training alone right there, amazing speakers that day. But really one of the ones who really hit for me was that Jay Peso. And he kind of talked about what's your will? Basically kind of like what's your why, right? It's just like, what are you tired of doing? And for me, I'm on the clock right now. I work 7 days a week, and that really gets tough. And is you work so much, and then you wondering like, man, when I want to go take a vacation, I can't. You know what I'm saying? You work so much hours, but then you want to leave a little bit, they don't let you. And those trainings really going to give you that defining moment, really on, what you want to do with your life. Is what you're doing right now really what you want to be doing for the rest of your life? Yeah, the money can be great, but is it worth you, I guess, putting the sacrifice on a day-to-day to work all the time and you don't even get to enjoy your life? I mean, everybody knows life is short. So I tell y'all this, like the training I tell anybody, it's non-negotiable. For me, I would be working Saturday for the OT, but I'm having my iPad right up with the training going in my ear because I'm definitely not missing. So if you plan on taking your business serious in any way, you definitely got to get the training. If you don't get the training, you're really playing yourself and you're wasting your mentor's time. So get the training, you guys. It's definitely the way to win big. So that's my thing on training, you guys. Get rested. If you're not resting, get more people rested as well. Thank you for getting me on, fam.
Yes, thank you so much. You guys just heard from a marketing director from Alabama. Thank you so much, Maurice, for blessing us. Absolutely love your background. And if you guys don't know what his background was, that is showing him and his significant other are registered for the View from the Edge, which is our last national event of the year. Iconic. Thank you so much. Greatly appreciate you. Moving right along, we're going to keep it in Alabama and go to Miss Brittany Simmons, your newest marketing director as well. If you could please share your quick story and your training experience. Are you
Absolutely.
On,
Great
yes,
morning. Can you hear me good?
Smile. Yes, blow up. Let's go.
Look, somebody please get this picture for me. I cannot believe I'm on here with Pamela Pacheco. Thank you so much for having me on the line. Great morning, everyone. My name is Brittany Simmons. I'm 32 years young, originally from Mobile, Alabama. I saw World Ventures 3 years ago from my high school friend, marketing director, Delicia Powell. I didn't have a lot of time, but there was a recognition call going on, and she said, get on, I'm getting recognized, and we're all about competing and recognition. I heard the words boot camp, and I'm ex-military, and I was like, what is that? So here I am. We went to boot camp. It was amazing. And I will tell you, Mark Aceta said, what type of sacrifices are you willing to make to change your life? And I will tell you, before seeing this in the military, I'm a mother of 3, and my oldest was telling me, Mom, I hate your job. You never have time for anything. You have to go and do whatever the military says. You have to be gone for weeks, months, a year, whatever it is. And so I had already felt that feeling that I knew there was something else in the military wasn't it. So when I saw this, I got to the training, I realized that this was it, because the group of people, the type of culture, we do church together, we have fun learning parties, and this is non-negotiable. I don't care what it costs you, get to training. All those member onlys who weren't sure about the business, contact them, get them registered for training, and email the company so that they can get their email and watch this training. Don't let anybody miss out. If you aren't registered, you need to cancel your business and just go travel the world. Thank you for getting me on the call, Pam.
Woo, child! Thank you so much, Brittany. Sheesh. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate that. Moving right along, we are going to take it a little bit up north. I have had the honor, pleasure, and privilege of knowing who this man was since I got started. I remember when I got started, they were like, man, you got to beat Batman, right? You have to meet this iconic leader. He is just one of those people that from the outside looking in, you don't know what he's thinking half of the time, right? But when you get to know him, has a heart of gold. He is someone that has an absolutely amazing just view on life. He is an absolutely amazing leader, an absolutely amazing human being, just an iconic individual in every sense of the word. He is a regional marketing director in our concept. He is highly requested and requested all around the world. And I'm just excited to have him on here, right? He's a six-figure earner, someone that's been in for some time. And I just want you guys to hear directly from Mr. John Clash, Batman himself. Are you on the line, sir?
Yes, I am.
There.
What's up, guys? So I think it's funny that Pam says, you know, you look at him, you don't know what he's thinking. That I don't know how to take that, Pam. I don't know how to take that. But right now I'm thinking, you know, I got my death row shirt on right now because I'm thinking that there's a lot of people on death row right now who aren't booked for training. And it's so crazy to me. Like, I used to think that asking people to like go somewhere, spend money, get on a plane, you know, do all that stuff to go to training was like, man, I just got them to sign up. And, you know, you guys are lucky. We have people paying $600, $400, you know, and I'm like, I just got them to sign up. The devil like plays with your mind. Like, nah, John, don't ask them to go to training. They just spent their money. But I would ask them anyway, and I would get them to train, and their whole entire life would change. And now here we are. We have literally, you don't even have to, when people are like, oh, I'm working, or oh, I got this to do, or oh, I got that to do, all you have to do is put your AirPod in. Like, stop thinking I will be 100% focused staring at my screen like this with my notepad. I will be like that. But if I had to work, if I had something to do, it would be right in my ear the whole entire day with customers, not even paying attention to what they're saying, you know? It's so easy right now. So please just do yourself a favor and book it. Just book it. What's the worst that can happen? You lose $20. Oh my gosh, the world's gonna end. You know, it just So that's my view on training.
Thank you so much. And Clash, really, really quick. And, you know, when I said that, I meant in the way that you're one of those people that you have such a profound view on things, right? Like, nobody saw this smile and be like, yo, he just said death row, like what? Like, you dropping gems right off the bat. That's just what you do, who you are and whose you are. And you've been in for some time now. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to ask you this question. Why are you so excited for this Saturday? And especially with this launch that is taking place for Dream Body. Why this Saturday?
So I have multiple reasons that I'm excited. I run my business like this. I always say one away, right? I'm one away. When things are tough, I'm like, all right, I'm just one more exposure away from making a sale, or I'm one more enrollment from a leader. I'm one more day away from my breakthrough. I'm one more webinar from breaking into another country. I do that every single day. I'm like, all right, I'm just one away. Whenever things are like, man, you guys don't know what a tough day feels like when you showing people and nobody signs up and it's like all crazy and stuff. I always just tell myself, all right, I'm one away. I just got to show one more. I got to do one more. And I view the same thing with training. I'm like, all right, I'm just one more training away. I'm one more person at a training away from things exploding. I'm one more away. There's one more thing that I got to hear. There's one more slide that I got to see. There's one more trainer I got to hear from. There's one more, always one more, because I look at every single day as God given. And every single day, you know, you go to sleep, you don't know that you're going to wake up in the morning, but I go to sleep with the mindset of, all right, I got one more day coming. I got one more, like I go to sleep. If I had a tough day, I'm like, all right, tomorrow I can do this. If God decides to wake me up, then I got one more day. You know, it's always just that one more. And with this training, the timing of it, I've been knowing about Dream Body for like 3 years. You know, Pam, you know, when they started talking about it, I was slapping people because I'm into that stuff. I'm like, yo, it's over. Herbalife's done. Like I was just wilding, you know what I mean? And not that I want to see anybody fail, but it's just the excitement of knowing what you got your hands on. And, you know, we've had the pleasure of being on webinars leading up to this about what's being dropped. And like the compensation is next level. It's elevated, right? But that's not even what I'm the most excited about. Yes, I'm excited that people are going to get more lineage. I'm excited that people are going to make more money. I'm excited for all of that. I'm excited for the products. I'm into this stuff. I'm into fitness. I'm into health, like this health supplements. I'm into that stuff. And I always support people in other companies like, yeah, I'll buy your stuff. Yeah, I'll buy your stuff. I'll buy your stuff. And now it's like, yo, fam, I would love to buy your stuff, but I got my own. You know, it's just we are creating such such a circle. It's like we are really in the VIP of VIPs. We really, really are. I see people in other fitness companies and I look at them and all they do is they take selfies in the gym and like with their six packs and stuff, but they're never on a beach. They're never anywhere. They're always selfies in the gym. I don't even know what they did for the quarantine. Like they just like disappeared. Like I don't know what they did. If they had no gym mirrors to take selfie pictures in, like I don't know what they were doing. They must have lost their mind, you know? So here we have this being incorporated into the #1 travel club in the world. It's nuts. And then besides the launch, the trainers we get to hear from. Anytime I get a chance to hear from Wayne Nugent, like Mark Aceta, IMDs in the company, I'm zoned in, you know, zoned in. You're going to hear from somebody on here. I believe Dewey's on the line as well. Dewey's going to be training on there. He's got one of the fastest growing teams, like zoned in. You have a whole, this is $20. This is literally like getting a brick of gold for $20. Like literally a full brick of gold, like thrown in your lap for $20. And that brick of gold, you could go sell it for 10 times as much as what it's actually worth. Like it's just, you got to be absolutely stupid. All right. There's a difference between ignorance and stupid. Okay. If you're on this line and you're listening to this talk, you no longer have the excuse of ignorance. Ignorance is living and moving in a way when you're unaware of a better way. So you're stuck in that way. That's what ignorance is. Stupidity is knowing that there's something better, knowing the right way, knowing right over wrong, knowing that this training is going on tomorrow and you still don't do it. That's stupidity. And I feel bad for stupid people. Like I really do. It hurts my heart because, you know, the good book, my favorite book, paraphrasing multiple verses in it, it just says, if you know better and don't do better, that's worse than not knowing any better and, you know, committing the sin. So now you know better. If you don't do better now that you know better, that's 1,000,000 times worse in God's eyes when it comes to, you know, the real stuff in the world. But it's 1,000,000 times worse here in your business. And then you know what happens? You become one of these stupid idiots that you know better, you know that there's a way, you know that you could plug into training, you know that people are willing to put it all on the line for you, give you everything that you need to know, but you're going to ignore the training, not go to the training. Then you know what you become? You become one of the annoying people that we have to deal with that talks to their friends saying, yeah, I tried that for a little bit and it didn't work. So it's like, I feel bad for you, but I don't like you all at the same time. You know, it's a weird combination of things. So please, I don't mean to offend anybody, but I just mean to like give you a dose of reality of how important these things are. It's so easy not to go to this training. It's so easy to put it off until the big events come, because then people can notice that you're not there. You know, it's just so, here we have something, the company's bending over backwards, really trying to adjust to this pandemic that's going on, really doing everything that they can. They're handing you all of their hard work on a silver platter. Just bring the fork and the knife and eat the food that they're going to give you, because it's a free meal. Who doesn't like free meals? And it's going to be one of the best meals you ever had in your life. So get booked for the training. Call up, listen to me, call up everyone on your team. That's all I've been doing the past 2 days, is calling people on my team and saying, hey, how are you? I first make sure that there's no like crazy tragedies going on in their life. Like, I don't want to be like, hey, how are you? Like, yeah, my whole family passed away in a car crash. And I'm like, yeah, book training. No, make sure, all right, make sure that's something, you know, ask them how they are doing first. And if they're like, everything's good, cool, book training, book it. All right, call up everybody on your team. You're being a servant leader when you do this, because if they miss the training, they may miss everything that they needed, So spend today. I know you want to show people. I know you want to go out there, do presentations. You want to do all of that. Spend today just calling people on your team, not only calling the leaders, but call the people. If you don't have their phone number, like just find them in your group chats, right? I know you all got team group chats. Find their names. If you don't see their name registered in their back office, send them a message like, yo, you registered for training? All right. Just some people aren't even aware of it. So anyway, I think I went a little too far.
Nope, that was perfect. That was perfect. I love the transparency, like the humor, but the realness of it. Everybody, we needed to hear this. Thank you so much, Clash, for blessing us. Absolutely appreciate you.
Somebody said, do you suggest I call people even not on my team? Yes. But focus on your team. On your team, because we want to see you win. Yes, we want to help other people win. Me and Pam work together. Me and all these leaders that you hear, we're always working with each other. But seriously, we want you to win. We want you to be a story. We want you to be on this webinars, on these things that we have, telling your story. And the only way that that's going to happen is if you focus on your team. Yes, help other people. It's one team, one dream, but make sure you're making your calls first.
Indeed. Thank you so much, Clash. Absolutely appreciate you. So we're going to take it from Connecticut to Brooklyn, New York, and bring one of my favorite people on here. She is a director. She is a Titanium member. She has one of those energies that captivates the room. Her smile is contagious. She is formerly multiple business owner. She is an amazing mom, an amazing wife. Miss Nikki B. West, are you on the line, Nikki?
Hey, family. Great morning. I'm here. How are you, Pam? Thanks for having me.
Amazing. If you could please, Nikki, tell them a little bit about you, but really your first training experience and your level of expectancy for this weekend.
Absolutely. So I'll just jump right in. So guys, I've been a part of this concept for 4 years, and I was introduced to this concept by my husband and his best friend. So that's really what I want to focus on right now when it comes to the training event. You see, when Craig signed us up for this club, I was completely against it. I didn't want any parts of it. I didn't think it was real, but he kept saying, no, we're going to do this. We got to do something different to get something different. Babe. He was the one who was all in. And once we got in, he didn't want to go to any training events. So it was very crazy because I was like, this dude's not trying to go to anything. And he said, babe, training is for you. You're my training. When you come home, you'll tell me what it is. So that was a struggle because we were not on the same page. So if there's any couples out there that's having that struggle, trust me, I've been there. So we went to the View. Actually, I was going to the View. He was going to Vegas just to party. And we just happened to run into another team member who got on him so bad and was like, yo, you don't really want to win. You don't really want her to win, because if you wanted her to win, you would want you guys both to win and you would be at training. Fast forward, the next RTE event, he was at that RTE event. And it happened to be Kevin Phipps, who was the trainer, who's a retired officer, and Craig is a retired officer. So he connected with him, but it could have been anybody. It could have been anybody, and he would have connected with him. He was all in at that RTE. He was writing notes, making friends. He's so blue. So he just got, like, when he realized what training really was, he could not believe it, because he thought it was going to be this boring thing where he's just sitting all day and just bored out of his mind. But he was connecting with people and really getting information that was relevant, that he needed to grow his business. Because of that, we registered for the momentum right at the RTE. There was no doubts in his mind. He was like, oh, we're not registered yet? Like, then he started pressuring me, like, how come we're not registered yet? And I'm like, it's not even lunchtime. Like, what is wrong with you, dude? So when we went to that next event, it was incredible. But fast forward, what I want to tell you guys, we were at the airport on our way back home from that event. And who walked by us in the airport? Wayne Nugent. Now, if he had not gone to the training event, Craig would have had no clue who Wayne Nugent was. When he saw, when I looked up, I said, Wayne? Craig jumps out of his seat, runs across the airport. He is like hugging Wayne, talking to him, like I'm like, dude, two weeks ago, you didn't even want to go to training. Now you're like Wayne's best friend. He's like, oh my God, I love this guy. I love this guy. Wayne talks to us for about 45 minutes, and the rest is history. Like, life has never been the same for us in WV. And so I'm just telling you guys that story just to tell you that, like, when people come on board, they join a lot of times because of you, because they trust you, because they love you, because they like you. But when they go to training, they get their own personal why. They get to see for themselves what's in it for them, why they want to be a part. It's two enrollments. It's the day you get in World Ventures and the day World Ventures gets in you. And you have to be at the training. It is non-negotiable. And the last thing I'm going to tell you guys is this. If you enroll someone and you don't invite them to the training, you're selfish and you're a thief. Why am I saying that? You know that the only way to be successful here is to go to training. So why would you enroll someone and not invite them and not tell them about the tools that they need to win? It's non-negotiable. If you go to a training event and you see the people in the first 3 rows, do you think that anybody is gonna get there without being at the training event? There's one way to win, guys, and that is to be at training. It's non-negotiable. So I will see you guys there. Pam, thank you so much for having me on. You and Katie do an amazing job with this call every week. I love you guys so much. Let's go, family.
Woo! Love you, queen. Thank you. Sheesh. That just said fire goosebumps. I feel that. Yes, ma'am. Yes, yes, yes. Oh my goodness. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We are going to take it. We're going to take it to Georgia a little bit, and I want you guys to hear from this young man. He is a football player, plays professional football. One of these young men that you will never think that he's actually going through anything. He's an incredible son. He's an incredible human being. He has just completely not only been able to bless himself with this, and he's a level of a marketing director, but he also was able to help his brother get to level of a marketing director. And he just has an incredible story. And really quick, Mr. Nate Paxton, if you are on the line from Get Paid Nation, appreciate you. If you could really quick just share a quick story about training and your vision for this weekend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We can't hear you.
So I appreciate you having me on, but yeah.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, we go. Yep. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
So I see.
Is it me or is his internet coming in and out?
He's killing it as well. But yeah. Can everybody hear me now?
Yep, we can hear you now.
Good. Okay, yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right, perfect. So with that, I seen this 10 months ago, and just to tell you, I grew up a foster child, homeless, abused for the most part of my life. My dad got diagnosed with cancer last year. and he beat that one. My mom was sick as well, but just to tell you even more so about me, my name is Nate. Went to Georgia State, graduated from there, my bachelor's and master's. Ended up going to Falcons and Seahawks. After that, didn't work out as long as I want. Went to China, won the gold medal, did some CFL stuff. I currently play in the IFL, the top arena league. But with that, like I said, 10 months ago, I started off slow with this. I was being consistent, but at the same time, I literally every day getting on calls, trying to do personal development, working 2 jobs, and it just wasn't working out. But after that, I went to my first regional, got to see Eric G. He lit a fire in me, and I was like, dang, like this need to be. I see myself doing this long term the rest of my life. So after that, I only had one person on my team coming in. I found a way to get there. So with that, I got the momentum, and next thing you know, literally I went from having one person on my team, and I have over 1,500 people on my team, and literally pushing a regional marketing director. So all I'm gonna say is, when I'm training, me being an athlete, I'm gonna let you know like this: training is non-negotiable. In order, LeBron James, the Michael Jordans, Tom Brady, you think they don't train? No, they train. We train when people are not watching. So I have like 3 notebooks full of notes of just all the trainings. Never miss a Saturday Zoom call. Anything I can possibly get on, I'm there. Doesn't matter if it's my team, your team, it doesn't matter. I'm there. Training, I be on the legacy run, and I'm telling you, I'm excited about this weekend because hey, we dropping Dream Body. It's a legacy run, so I'm telling you, don't meet me at IMD. You better beat me there because I'm telling you, IMD easily by the next year around this time, easily. So that's my story. Thank you, and that's all I got.
Thank you, thank you. Yes, sir. Legacy run. Absolutely love that. As an athlete, he said, I train, LeBron James trains, Tom Brady trains, so we got to train. Absolutely love that. He said he went from having one person on his team to over 1,500. He's been in for 10 months, and that happened from January to September. Crazy, right? Amazing. And again, would not be possible without training. So moving right along, we are going to move to the Caribbean. And I love this woman because she is just low-key, right? She is getting recognized in public for what she's been doing in private. Absolutely iconic story. She went to Momentum, which was the first national event of the year in January. And it was absolutely amazing because she hit director in 35 days, right? Like insane. But I want you guys to hear from her. Mr. Vaughn Ford, are you on the line? Queen Boss, thank you so much for getting on. You just have to unmute yourself and you should be great. Okay.
Hello, Pamela.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Take it
Me?
away. How you doing, Queen? Welcome,
Right.
welcome,
Good morning,
welcome.
Queen Boss. Good morning, Queen Boss Pamela. I can't believe I'm in the presence of all these mega rock stars. I can't believe. Somebody pinch me.
You are a rock star yourself. You definitely have earned this, Queen. Thank you so much for getting on.
Thank you very much for the opportunity. I'm so humbled. Thank you.
So your first event was Momentum. Momentum, right? It was, and I just want you to kind of share your story a little bit. What did that training do for you? How did it go from you just knowing what this was to hitting director in 35 days? My goodness.
Well, okay, quickly, what happened is that Marlene Macano and my brother Fidelis signed me up, and I really signed up to support my brother. I really didn't take it on much. I'm an entrepreneur. I do my own thing. So Marlene invited me to the View, and I was like, oh, no, I'll take the next training. Boy, I really missed out that time. So I went to this training, and when I arrived, I saw all these people welcoming, and we go into the building. And then I went to register, and they said, first time, and they was like clapping, first timer. And I was like looking around like, well, what is that? And then I went into the arena, and I saw all those people, music was playing, and everybody was like going like this. I was like, Marlene, what is this? Is this a party? And she said, no, that's just the way we do the training. It's fun and everything. And I was like, what? So, I was seeing the training from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. I was like, how am I going to survive that? So many hours? And when I went into those hours went like that. When Miss Melville came on, and she gave her story, I was literally bawling down the place. I was crying so much. I was like finding a new me, Marcus Sutter, the other speakers. And I was like, what is this? I was feeling like, a phoenix rising out from the old self into the new IMWV. I was like, when you know better, you do better. And I went home and I went from no signups to director in 35 days. It's like, wow.
She said, well, you know better, you do better. Okay, thank you so much, man. That is just an absolutely iconic story, man. Thank you so much, Devon, for sharing with us. Blessings on blessings. I am excited to continue to see you rise. Like Nikki B. West just said, I'm speechless. Like I'm at a loss for words myself, but that's kind of hard for me, definitely to me. But wow, thank you so much. That was iconic, man. Thank you so much for sharing. Non-negotiable training, man.
Thank you, Pamela. And I want to say thanks to Marlene, Fidelis, and Sonia, and the rest of my team on whose shoulders I stand.
Let's go to the top.
Do this. Let's do this.
Let's go. I love the energy. Yes. Speaking of energy, I'm going to take this to Florida, to Central Florida, bringing it to Tampa. So one of my closest friends, this man is formerly a massage therapist. He is a six-figure earner in our company, a certified trainer. He is an amazing dad to his two beautiful children, an amazing husband to his wife, someone that would do anything for anyone. Literally, his heart is on his sleeve 24/7. But when it comes to it, he gets the job done every single time. Like, you don't even have to question it because he's always on it, right? Without further ado, Mr. Alexis Cruz, my brother from another mother. How you doing?
What's up, Pam? What's good? What's good? Can you hear me? Can you see me?
I can hear you. I can see you.
All right, cool. I'll take it from here. I appreciate you, Pam. Thank you for having me on this call, guys. The people speaking before me is just unbelievable. I'm honored to be on here too. You might want to pinch me too. So, guys, I'm Alexis. I won't take much of your time, but I will just let you know my story and let you know the importance of this trainings. But I'm telling you, come September 12th, it's about to go down. So I'm Alexis. I've seen this concept 6 years ago. Like she said, full-time massage therapist with no time. My friend Roscoe Taylor is the one that shared the concept with me, and I was pissed, to be honest, that he waited so long to share it with me because I'm his boy. In the beginning of the video, it says, show your friends. So I was hurt. I was bothered by it. So things don't happen when you want it. Things happen when it's supposed to. I jumped in, and within the first 3 weeks, I made my money back. I was able to walk away from my job in my 4th month of the concept. But here's the thing, right? He told me to go to trainings. That was my goal. Is that I didn't want to work. I can't have an hour's worth of hunger with a 30-minute lunch break and be okay with it. I wanted to have my time back. So I just started putting in the work, no questions asked. But on my 3rd month, he told me to go to training. My first training was Momentum, and it was the best thing. It was the best thing. I told him I didn't want to go to trainings. It was my wife's and I anniversary, and I missed the first one was the view, but the next one was Momentum. And he said ignorance on fire is way better than knowledge on ice. You see, I didn't know what I was talking about. I just pushed play and just started showing everybody from your mama to Obama. I was showing everybody. I didn't care about nothing. So I started showing. But when he told me to go to this training, I was like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. But like, I need you to go to training. So I went. Momentum was it for me. It was 2015, and it was when Michelle Grant walked the stage as RMD, and she brought her dad on the stage. For those that are on this call, remember that. She had everybody on that right now. Everybody on that in that stadium was crying. I was boo-hoo crying. I'm a grown man, boo-hoo crying in the top rafters talking about I didn't want to come to training, but I seen that, and I knew you can't fake that. So I caught my moment at Momentum. You see, everybody catches a moment at some point. There was a beautiful lady on here talking earlier, talking about her husband caught his moment before he even made it to the training by meeting Wayne Nugent. Had he not went to that training or got on a plane, he would have missed his moment, and he's been on fire ever since. So get this, I paid $200-something to get to this training, and you can tell with the passion in my voice, I'm excited because I know what's coming September 12th, but understand, it's crazy, it's big. It's huge, guys. I'm telling you right now, it's ridiculous about what's about to happen. But it's because I went to these trainings and I was able to get the results that I want. So you can't be mad at the results that you didn't get from the work that you didn't do. Don't be that person that sits back in the room and sits there, damn, I missed it, or I could have been there. Or, you know, you got to be the person that makes it want to happen. You know what I'm saying? You gotta just make decisions right now to go and get everybody to these trainings right now. I wouldn't be where I am right now if it wasn't for these trainings, guys. I'm telling you. I'm excited. I have so much information in my mind right now that I want to say, and that's why I'm upset that I know so much, because people were dripping information in me, and I'm trying to hold back everything right now for me telling you, but it's about to go down September 12th. I've been a part of this now 6 years. We've taken 37 vacations, 23 free. I wouldn't have done that without these trainings. I'm telling you, $200 something what I paid. Now we're only paying $20. $20. If you were having issues trying to bring people to the trains before, I mean, flying out to Arizona, Kansas, the View in Vegas, if you were having problems doing that before, it's only $20. We talk about 2 10s and a 5 with them $25 memberships. We only talking about 2 10s right now. What are we talking about? We only talking about 2 10s. Get everybody. I'm telling you right now, get everybody. Your number should go from 20 to 80. From 80 people coming to every event to 100 to 200 people coming to this event. You got people, Melanie Levitz of Top Incrementer made $1 million in the concept, single female. You got a dude named Powderham. This dude has over 80% of World Ventures on his team. 80% of World Ventures on his team is going to train for $20. And we're over thinking about excuses on the reason why we shouldn't come. Well, we should use that excuse on the reason why we should come to these trainings, and now understand that a bigger picture is that someone from 80% has 80% of World Ventures on his team willing to teach us how to get to where he is. And people want to question that. It's crazy to me. Darren Walker, young Moses himself, come on, man. I mean, what are we talking about? We got Darren Walker, Roscoe Taylor's going to be hosting the event, Eric Page, Bowski. I mean, it's Dewey Saxon. I mean, guys, I'm excited. I'm excited. It's about to go down. Make sure you get everybody there. If you don't, you're doing yourself a disservice to you, and you're doing a disservice to the people that are following you, because people aren't going to be able to get that blessing because you decided not to go. Now you're blocking everybody else's blessings because of that. So, guys, it's time. It's time. Don't be that dude like Mr. John Class said, stupid. Don't do it. STUPIT. I'm going to say it. IT, not ID. Don't be that person. Don't be that person. I've been waiting 6 years for this moment. And like I said, I know too much right now, but everything that you've done, every obstacle that you had to go through, every decision, every objection, everything that you went through in life has led you to this person at this point right now. And you have 2 days to get everybody on Saturday. I'm telling you, from what I know, what's about to happen Saturday, it's going to boost your business to the next level. Straight up. If you can't understand what I'm saying because I'm talking too fast, I need you to feel me. That's it. If you could feel my energy coming through this phone right now, that's all I ask. Get everybody there, and I'm going to say congratulations in advance because it's about to go down. Everything that you worked for, everything that you went through is about to pay off come September 12th. Let's get this work.
Yeah. Thank you, my brother. Yes, yes, yes. I absolutely feel this energy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We are going to take it a little bit up north to this rock star that I have the absolute honor, pleasure, and privilege of not only getting to know, I've been able to know her in business. I remember when I first met this young woman, she just had a look in her eye. I just felt an energy. Like I'm the person that I can read BS really, really quick. And from the moment I saw her, I knew she was going to do something absolutely legendary in our company. I knew that she was going to take it to the next level. And not only has she completely, blessed her team, but she's been a blessing to people all over this company, right? She is a regional trainer with our company. She is a social media marketing guru. She was one of our last trainers at the Spanish RTE. And man, when I tell you, like, you feel her, you're going to feel her fire immediately, right? So without further ado, it is my pleasure to introduce to you Marketing Director Giovanna Guzman. Are you on the line, Gio?
I am. Can you hear me? Good, good, good.
Gorgeous.
Yay.
How you doing? Welcome,
Thank you.
welcome.
Thank you so much. Wow, this is super exciting. I mean, the type of energy that you guys have, the type of value that you're bringing to the table. I mean, you're not just the table. All of y'all are the table. You're the table, right? Everybody that's getting connected to RT is the table, okay? You got it. So I'm super excited, everybody. My name is Giovanna. I am from Boston, Massachusetts. And you know, it's funny because I was sharing this story, Pam. I went to go meet up with a few friends at Assembly Row in Somerville, Massachusetts. And I sat at a little round table with them, and they were asking me about my training story. And I was like, to be honest with you guys, like I don't know if I would have been here if it wasn't for training, because I thought everybody was super weird. When I met everyone, I'm like, who are these weirdos and why did I sign up? What am I doing here? Like, I couldn't believe like where these people come from. They were just so different from myself. I came from the corporate world working 60 to 70 hours a week, just graduated college. I don't know, it was like I never met these unicorns. These people were so happy and positive and excited about life. I'm like, where these people come from? And so I got invited to the training event. My friend, my sister that I've known for years, she signed me up. She showed me the information. And she said, hey, Gio, I wanted to go have fun. She said, Gio, you want to go have fun? Let's go to Orlando. We're going to have a lot of fun. And plus, all my family lives over there. It was momentum. And I'm telling you guys, what I thought I was in store for, like what I really thought, I was like, okay, cool, whatever. Like, I'm going to go to this event. We'll have some fun. What I really thought was nothing in comparison to what I received. Like what you guys are hearing on this line and what you guys are feeling and what you guys are going to witness for yourselves is going to go beyond motivation. These people are not motivated. These people are inspired. What training does is it inspires your life. It inspires you to take massive action into your life. I mean, I'm telling you guys, working 60 to 70 hours as a social media marketer, I love what I was doing, but I was not looking to do that for the rest of my life. I knew that within myself. And I feel like we all know this. And what happens when you get connected to a training event, when you go live, I mean, they're going to be virtual, but when you get to witness this in person, no matter what, the virtual is going to be incredible anyway. But what happens when you get connected to these events is that you tap in to the most deepest, rooted, I mean, phenomenalness, amazingness level of yourself. You realize you have greatness somewhere in there. And now that you hear all these stories and you see all these people doing this stuff, you're like, whoa, I can do that too. Guys, CHG was born at the first event I went to. It was momentum. From that event, it was like, I don't know what kind of drugs you taking, but give me some, G. Meet up with me, whatever you need to do. I mean, training went like in my blood in a way that I don't even know how to describe it. It's not hype. It's not a joke. It's the truth. Like, if you can only feel this, if we're all on this line, I mean, this success leaves clues, guys. Like, people on here aren't just talking out they bum. I mean, we saying what it is. Like, these people all on the same page about an event. Get your people on there. Invite everybody you know. Do what you have to do to get these people connected, to feel what you're feeling, to feel what these people are feeling. It's just $20. Like they said, it's not a big deal. Just get your people connected. It will radically shift your life. You know, it just put my life in perspective in so many different ways and allowed me really to see what are the valuable things of life. It brought me in, as crazy as this may sound, guys, but, you know, meeting these people and going to these events not only, you know, drastically changed my financial life, not only drastically changed my surroundings, but changed the person I am from within, changed my spirit, got me closer to God. I mean, will really turn you into an individual that you never imagined you could become. 2.5 years ago, I was not this woman, nowhere near this type of woman. And because I decided to release the trash, right? I was the people that were in my past were brainwashing me into doing the things that I wasn't supposed to be doing. And the people at training and the people within this organization are brainwashing you to do the right thing, do the things that are going to elevate you, that are going to bring you to another level. Yes, John, elevated. Okay. It will change your life. You'll realize that at one point in your life, you were in an echo chamber of BS. And then you realize that when you go to training, you get around individuals that are going to shine light, put a mirror to your face and show you what you're capable of and really prove to you the power of your potential, my friends. It is in your hands. The opportunity this weekend will radically shift your life. Every single training event, getting around individuals that are making the money, living the lifestyle, impacting the people that you plan on impacting are the ones that are going to take you to where you need to be, my friends. Get connected. Do not miss out. Call everybody you know. Don't play yourself, my friends. This event will change your life just like it's changing everybody else's lives. Thank you so much.
Yes, CHG! Appreciate you. Lord, love you. Thank you so much. Gosh, party done. Wow. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. We are going to take it a little bit further to the Caribbean. Actually, going to take it back to the Caribbean. Mr. Antoine Francis, who is our newest 100K lifetime earner, marketing director, one of my great friends, and is just killing it. If you could please share a quick training story, a little bit of background, and what to expect for this weekend. Are you on the line, too?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. Thanks for having me on, Pam. You're definitely a female boss. Shout outs to all the speakers that came before me. Love you guys. I mean, that's crazy energy. I mean, you put me behind all these people, right? But shout outs to every one of you panelists. You're on this call right now because you're searching for something like I was 5 years ago. Good friend of mine invited me to come see this information. I mean, at the time when I was $40,000 in college debt, I was looking for something different. I was working 6 days a week as an IT technician, and I hated it. I hated where I was. I hated what I was doing, and I wanted more purpose. And came right there and shook me up with an invite. And I mean, I saw a video, 13 minutes, made a decision without even having the money. Made a decision. I still got started anyway. I borrowed the money, got in. Maybe you're there right now. Maybe you have to make faith moves like that. But I've never done anything like this before. Zero business knowledge. But I'll tell you this. I trusted my friend. I trusted the system. And, fast forward. What happened to me, though, just like some of us on this call, I missed the first training. I missed the view from the edge. I wish I went. I just didn't know about it. Just like John Class said, sometimes people just don't know about it. Didn't know, missed that one. I went literally almost 5 months without signing up one person, right? $40,000 in there. So I'm paying monthly fees. So, that voice in your head is starting to kick in. But for me, I just move based on faith. And you may have to take that move right now. And what happened was they told me, hey, listen, you got to come to this next training. You got to come to this training coming up. It's called United 2016. I mean, 20,000 people. They told me, listen, a lot of people don't gather around one arena or in one event for no reason. So I was like, okay, cool. Let me pay attention. So I went, 20,000 people. I think it was 22,000 people. Booked out the whole company, like Disney Epcot Center. I mean, I got to hear some speakers that just changed my life. I'm talking like, I saw a lifestyle on that stage that I wanted. For the first time in my life, I saw something that I could achieve, I could reach for, and I could get it. And someone on that stage, and people on that stage, they were willing to literally speak to me and teach me how to get it. That's never been done before. Never ever been done before. And any other opportunity you try to get involved in, it's probably less than 0.0001% chance of doing it, right? Whatever you got to go through here, right now, we have the ability to get trained by some of the best people in the world, even here from our founder for $20. But when I went to that training in United, let me tell you what happened to me. They say, just like one of my speakers said before, it's the day you get involved in World Ventures, and then it's the day World Ventures gets inside of you, right? And that training just set me on fire because, like I said, I saw it. I literally saw how I could get on that stage. I saw who I could become. And I just pushed for it. I just ignored all the other excuses, made it to my next training. The momentum, I mean, like those trainers, they gave me all the tools that I needed, and that's when my business exploded. I mean, literally within a few months after that, hit senior rep. Literally 4 months after hitting senior rep, hit director. A few years, hit marketing director. And I mean, 4.5 years later, we hit the 100K ring, 40 plus vacations around the world. I'm telling you, I went from $40,000 worth of debt, no vacations, no fun, no nothing, to literally in 4.5 years having the time of my life, compressing time frames. That's what these trainings do. And it's like literally if you're driving down like the highway, these trainers are just like this. It's like going to a gas station, you go to one, they fill you up, and then you go the distance, 90 days, and then boom, there's another one. And it's just like it just stacks on top of each other, right? And that's what happens for you. And these trainings allow you to get the right energy, the right positivity, the right information from the right people with the right product, with the right opportunity. And I mean, you can't lose. The only way you lose is if you allow yourself to lose. The only way you lose is if you quit. The only way you lose is if you don't come to training. Statistically, you come to training, you make 3 to 5 times more money than people that don't. Put yourself in the winning category. My IMB leader told me this. Listen, if you put yourself in the top 5% of the world, you just got to put yourself in the information that they're learning. That's really all it is. It's really all it is. And you just got to apply it. Just apply it. I mean, the gems coming from everywhere, right? We could hype you up right here on this call right now, but you got to take that. You got to take your finger, put it on the button, and you got to press checkout. It's $20. Out there in the Caribbean, it ain't as easy as it is pretty much everywhere else in the world. But I'll tell you this, we hungry. We want it. We can take it, we can get it, right? And we want you to come with us. Because what if you were the reason someone didn't get their shot? Because you didn't go to training, because you got discouraged, because you decided that, well, it wasn't enough for you, because it's only $20. Just like John Class said, it's easy not to go, but it's also easy to go too. Make the decision. It's a few hours of your life, and I guarantee you this. Literally, I heard this before. If you literally go to a trainer and you hear from someone that makes $1 million, you can literally get 10% of what they learn. 10% of what they earn, right? Imagine having 6 people that make a lot of money, and you get 10% of each of those people over a period of time. What would your life look like? What would you do to get it? What sacrifices would you make? What steps would you take? What faith moves would you move with? How much friends would you invite to have this life? How much people you want on your team have residual income? How much people, how much friends, how much family members, how much strangers do you want to live this life? How much people you want to have a dream body experience with a new compensation plan? I'm not going to spoil it. It's $20, y'all. Let's get it. Thanks, Pam, for having me on.
Yeah, my brother. Thank you, Toombs. Absolutely appreciate you. You can tell why he's winning, right? He's hungry. Appreciate you. Moving right along, I am excited to have you guys listen to one of my favorite people. And not only she is one of my favorite people in business, she's one of my favorite people in life. Literally, like, the residual relationships that I've been able to build here in the last 6.5 years have been instrumental to my being. Not only instrumental to my growth in business, my growth as a sister, as a daughter, as a woman, but my being, my existing. She is someone that forces me to level up in every area of my life. She is a blessing. She's an amazing mom, an amazing wife, an amazing daughter. She is highly requested and renowned all around the world. She is at the top level of our lifestyle club, still manages to be a serial entrepreneur and runs multiple businesses. One of them is she does marketing and PR for athletes. Just an iconic individual, a queen boss of bosses, leaders of leaders. Hadiatu Dumboya, International Marketing Director. Are you on the line, queen? Thank you, thank you, thank you.
I am here, love. I am here, and I so appreciate you. I really want to take you in my back pocket whenever I go somewhere. I'm like, let me just take Pam so I can have her introduce who I am. No, but I definitely appreciate you. And guys, sorry, I am driving right now, so I won't be able to make complete eye contact with you, but there was no way that I could miss this call. I just felt so compelled to be able to talk to you guys about what this company has done because of the training for me. So, I'm going to go a little backwards from everybody else, where everybody is telling you, like what the exact training did for them. But I need to explain this lifestyle. So I'm driving my mom's brand new Infinity truck that I bought her because of this club. That's huge. It's because I was able to get myself to the point where I could get over my hurdles within myself and get over my financial hurdles that I had like a financial threshold where I thought only $100,000 is all that I deserved to make or could make. But I had to go to training to do that. I just left my mom's house, and I'm getting like all the siding redone on her house right now. And it's because I made a financial decision, a small one, over and over again to go to these trainings. I said, I'm just going to keep going no matter what. I don't know when my breakthrough is going to come. And guys, when I started World Ventures, I was not in a horrible financial situation, but on the inside, boy, was I dying and didn't know it. I was literally rotting away because I had focused so much on getting that bag. People talking about getting that bag. Like, I'm a hustler through and through. If you spend any time with me, you go through the text messages with me and Pam, I'm like, let's go do this. Let's go do this. Let's go do this. But I did it with a different heart behind it. Before, it was because I just felt like I had to chase money. And the more you chase money, it runs away. And you do things that your heart and soul do not align with. But you just do it because you just got to go get that money, right? And I was in that place for years and making a 6-figure income. And everything looked good, but still was empty on the inside. And when I went to my first training event, first, I didn't buy my ticket. Guys, I wasn't the person that was self-motivated and understood that I needed training. And I was on calls, but the way I'm set up, I don't like people telling me what to do. Like, you got to do this. I'm not that person. I'm like, don't tell me what I have to do. Like, that's not me. So for me, I had to get picked up. Somebody bought my ticket, drove me to the training. But when I went to the training, it's funny that Pam said that David Peach was her first training. She told us that. And that was the first trainer that I saw. And guys, when you come from a so-called professional background, what happens is you think that you got your degree, you win it. Like, you did it. you've arrived, right? And so I was kind of at that place where I'm like, what else? But I saw a chiropractor that got to the top level of the company in 10 months. He was already a millionaire, but what made him be so dedicated here was he understood how money worked, and he understood what true wealth meant. It's the time. And yesterday when I spoke on Darren's call, I talked about I've been an entrepreneur for years, but with that, I still didn't have the time to do everything that I wanted to do with my family. But guys, that's what you need to understand. With what's going on in the world right now, you don't know who's going to be here tomorrow. And it would be the worst feeling in the world to know that you had the opportunity to change trajectory of not your life, but others' lives, the people in your family's lives, but you chose not to spend $20. You chose to go do something else on a Saturday. Maybe it's your kid's birthday, and I've got a kid too, so I feel you. Maybe you're thinking like, I can't because of this. Kids don't know what day is their birthday. Like, they don't understand like what's going on with it. You choose to make that decision for them and say, listen, we're going to do it after 6 o'clock today because mommy's going to do something that will allow you to have the best birthday for the rest of your life. It's mindset shifts that, and the only way that you ever will get to that point position in our lives to be around people never get us where we want to go. But we plug into that system because that's what society says. Well, I've always been the girl that went completely and totally against the grain. And it's definitely coming to light and to truth that that's the best thing I could have ever done. This training this weekend will be different. And I say different because I'm the girl that, like, I like to do what I said I'm going to do. And so, like, I love the idea that we've been in travel the whole time. That makes me happy. I like staying in that place. But what I also understand is business. And when I think about companies like Apple, okay, Apple created an ecosystem where you buy everything from Apple, even your freaking charger. Look, if I go try to buy a charger like this from somewhere else, you know what happens? It stops working in a little bit. So they force you into the ecosystem, and then you are sold. You can't do anything else. And so now you buy from Apple every single day. There's no question. If you're not an Apple user, calm down. This is an analogy. You'll be okay. But understand that Apple said, I'm going to keep diversifying. I'm going to keep doing the things that I need to do to keep this market. And that's exactly what World Ventures is doing. I hope that you're catching this. I hope that you understand how business works. I hope you're smart enough to understand that true business people are thinking like for right now and for 5 years down the line. So for right now, what is booming right this second? It's not travel. And I'm just being 100. People are traveling. But what's booming is people being very conscious about their health. They're trying to figure out like what's going on, COVID-19, 2021, 22, when does it go away? Is it coming back in? So people are trying to figure out how do they like boost their systems? How do they stay healthier? People are taking walks that never took walks before. People are doing all these things they never did before to be healthier. And we've just entered right into that. Guys, how could you lose? Like, how can you lose? And when you understand the compensation plan, it'll completely blow your mind. And it's going to allow the people that have been digging in the trenches to truly win. And so if you felt like for a while, like, I don't know when this is going to happen. Like, I don't know when my flip is going to happen. This is it. This is your flip. But you get to just decide if you're going to actually be present and have people there with you. Who are you going to bring? So I know I'm preaching to the choir, all 200 plus people that are on here. You guys are all registered. Like, I know that. But can you go get 10 more? Can you go get 10 more? I'm going to look and see exactly how many people, and I'm going to have Pam. It's 228 people on here right now. Pam, I would love for you to screenshot everybody that is on here because I'm going to go ahead and give my personal, promise, the same thing I gave to my personal team. If you go to training and you feel like it's not worth it, I'll give you your money back. If you buy tickets for people to training and they tell you it's not worth it, I will pay you back. I don't care how many people it is, what it is, I'll pay you guys back. And the only reason I would do that is because I know how important this will be to change 2020 for so many that are not even on this call. The next IMDs are not even in our company yet, and you have the opportunity to have them on your team. But will you be bold enough to go get them a call or give them a call? Will you be bold enough to do it? Will you call somebody that you're like, I don't know if they're quitting because they're not doing anything? Will you be bold enough to call them and apologize? Listen, I haven't pushed you to understand exactly what you have your hands on. I got to do it right now. Like, I feel bad, yo. Like, you have no idea what's going to happen. Will you be bold enough to do that? See, if you can be bold enough to do that, this training this weekend will be the catalyst for you to attain that wealth that you've always desired. Guys, there's going to be people that are making hundreds and thousands of millions of dollars by the end of this year because of what's happening in the economy. And you've got to choose if you're one of those people that are like, God, 2020 happened to me, or you're going to be the person that says 2020 happened for me. So here's what I suggest as we get off of this call is that you go call 10 extra people. If you haven't sowed the seed and bought a couple of extra tickets because you have the expectation, like Pam likes to say, that you're going to have more people coming, then you're doing yourself a disservice. 10 extra people. Everybody, if everybody on here went and got 10 extra people to go, and look, you don't have to pay for the whole ticket, but what if it's $10? You all have that. An extra $10 to say, hey, listen, I'm going to go half on a personal development event for you. Let's do it. If you got teams, go watch them together. Go watch the train together and make sure when people are walking in the door that they show that they bought their ticket. Go do that because you deserve more. We as a community deserve way more. We are the #1 travel club in the world, but we will be the #1 network marketing company in the entire world because of what we are doing. You get to choose if you're going to be a part of it or not. So love you all lots. Definitely looking forward till tomorrow. Pam, can't wait to see your beautiful face. Dewey, I'm so proud and excited to see you. Man, I want to hear what y'all doing over there. Like, we need some of that. It's just time, guys. It is more than time for us to go win at such a high level. So love you, and I appreciate you for allowing me to share.
Love you the most, sis. Thank you. That was absolutely powerful. Somebody said bonus training. Yes, absolutely. She definitely always puts her money where her mouth is. Absolutely adore you. Thank you so much for blessing us. We're going to take it up north to one of my great friends who is a firefighter, who is a fashion icon, Mr. No Feelings himself, marketing director, philanthropist, my brother from a different mother, Mr. Marco AON. Are you on the line?
What up, Pam? Can you hear me?
Yes, I see you, fresh.
How you doing? How you doing? First of all, you set me up. How you got me following up Hadiatu, man? That was crazy, man. That energy was insane. Thank you for that, Hadi. But yeah, guys, I'll give you 2 stories for training for me, man. The first time, well, I've been in this for 8 years. My entire first year, I did nothing. I didn't sign up for any trainings. I didn't want to show people. I did everything completely wrong. Some way, somehow, Jay convinced me to go to, J-A-O-N, National Marketing Director, convinced me to go to a Super Saturday in Jersey. So we show up, and because of me, I think we were a little bit late. We show up, we sit down. I'm listening to the training. The training is pretty cool. You know, I'm not a dumb person, so I understood that they were, you know, dropping gems there. Then, you know, as it kept going, the recognition just blew my mind. I did not understand what was going on, but I saw people going on stage, and I saw them getting recognized for senior rep. I saw people getting recognized for director. The whole time this is happening, I'm asking Jay, what is the senior rep? What is the marketing director? What is the director? And I remember this dude went up there, and it was I don't remember who he is. He's probably not around anymore, but I just saw him, and I said, wait, this person right here just hit marketing director. And Jay was like, yeah, at that point, you can make about $4,000 a month. I said, get out of here. I said, that dude right there did it? I said, nah, it's over. It's over. Right? So I got excited off of that. We started building the business more. I went on a run. I was basically one person away from basically hitting senior rep, and the view was coming up. This was my first national training ever. I was one person away from hitting senior rep, and this was in a week and a half. And I got so focused on just building that I was like, nah, I don't need training. I don't need training, blah, blah, blah. But Jay somehow convinced me to just book my flight ticket. My flight was about probably like $600. This was to Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas. So I booked my flight reluctantly. I didn't have a ticket for the view, which was $600. I didn't have a place to stay, so I crashed on his couch. And then on my way there, the week before, I kind of like triple cycled or quadruple cycled, and that's how I bought my ticket to the view. So now I'm still a little reluctant. I wasn't sure about this, but I showed up Saturday morning at 8 o'clock, you know, at this training event, and I saw 9,000 people excited 8 in the morning. I could not believe that. I saw 9,000 people excited. Everybody saying hi to you. Everybody excited for you to win. It was a type of energy I've never experienced in my life. I could not believe it. By the end of the training, Sunday, I heard so many people speak. I saw so many people get recognized. I saw single moms that had nothing. It just changed everything. Like my mindset shifted. I didn't understand that this was this big. What's about to happen on Saturday, it's gonna be insane. Like I'm already a fitness person. I'm into health. I make a year being a vegetarian next month. Like health is what I do, right? So what's gonna happen Saturday is gonna be insane. I've heard so much stuff already from people in my upline, from different calls. Trust me, you just want to have as many people as possible and let the company do the work for you. Be excited when you're with your friends or your teammates, and let the company do the work for you. It's gonna happen Saturday. My man Dewey's gonna destroy it. I'm so excited to hear Dewey, man. Eric G's gonna kill it. Like it's gonna be an epic Saturday, man. I hope you're there. Don't be like me and get focused a year later. Get focused right now so you can start winning from day one. So Pam, thank you for having me, and have a great day, everyone. God bless.
Yes, my brother. Thank you. Absolutely appreciate you. Guys, I know a lot of people are pressed for time, but listen, you got to get off. That's cool. No worries. The people that want to get value, the ones that's supposed to be on here will stay on, okay? That's what we do. So moving right along, I'm going to take it to the Caribbean really, really quick. I want you guys to hear from one of the pioneers of Puerto Rico, la Isla del Encanto, right? And this young man, he is a marketing director. He's in his early 20s. From the moment I met him, I automatically loved him because he had my little brother's name, right? But I got to know him. I got to know his heart. He's an amazing dad. Was just a hustler, right? Hurricanes couldn't stop what he was doing, nor earthquakes, nor natural disasters. And man, I've just seen him build this thing over and over again. Marketing director Felix Soto, are you on the line?
Aquí estoy, mi líder, ¿me escuchas?
Sí, te escucho. Me dice si tengo que traducir o vas a hablar en inglés, lo que tú quieras.
Well, okay. I don't speak too much English. Everybody. Good morning to everybody. My name is Felix. I have been in the company like 2 years ago, right? And it has been a blessing for us. We have been bombing in Puerto Rico, but like I told you, I don't speak too much English. But I'm gonna tell you something real quick. People want freedom, but they don't want to go to training. We saw this. We wanted to learn how to get freedom. In 6 months, I quit my job, and for the 6 months to now that I have 2 years in the company, I have been free for me, my friends, my family. We had gotten from dream trip from Mexico. We were in Mexico with 100 people of Puerto Rico. We were having fun. We were having drinks. We were having excursion. The whole thing was fabulous. Everything was awesome, and that was the training. Everything has been training. Well, we got ahead. When I saw this concept and they told me, "Hey, you need to go to training," I say the first time, like, I don't need to go to training. I don't need to see or hear somebody speak or something that I already know. So when I got there and I saw that energy, that people that, like Giovanna said, those people that were happy. That's like, what is happening here? That was so awesome. That was so great. And the information that we got and we brought to our people, it was amazing. And that's why we are making people being free. That's why we're making people travel with money and without money. We have people that they had never jumped on a plane. We got people that they only win $700, $800 a month, and now winning $2,000 a month for just being on this training. So this Saturday is very important for us. It's something new. This is like Web Venture is like a newborn. This is just starting. We're getting new stuff. We're getting everything. So we're not fighting with nobody. We're fighting for our life because we got the product. We have it all. Like we just need to jump on it, learn, buy that training for $20 only, and let our inspiration, our people, our system, guide us to the end of this world, because we're gonna do it all. So Thank you, Pam, for having me here. This is the first time speaking in public in English, but we are breaking our comfort zone. So I'm very happy to see you guys. And Pamela, love you so much. I'll see you soon. Thank you, everybody.
I love you. Thank you so much. That was perfect English, by the way. Perfect. So many people are like, perfect English. Can't wait to see you at IMP. Oh my God, my brother. Thank you, Felix. So, moving right along, as we are wrapping this call up, I am going to give the call right now to one of my great friends. She is just one of those women that you meet her, you're automatically blown away by her energy. And guys, we really have two more speakers, but I'm going to tell you right now, the people that are on are the people that are ready. They're the people that are ready to take their lives to the next level, the business to the next level, their imprint beyond an impact in this world to the next level. And when I think of that, I think of this woman because she is an overcomer in every sense of the word. Formerly was an MTA contract specialist. She is now about to be a glam mom, right? She has one of the fastest growing teams. You heard from one of her teammates earlier that hit director in 35 days because they went to training. She is leading by example, six-figure earner, SGIMZ, aka Miss Sonia Gonzalez, marketing director, six-figure earner. If you could please bless us really, really quick. Thank you so much, SG.
Thank you, Queen. Can you hear me? Can you see me?
I can hear you. I can see you.
All right, cool. For some reason, I can't see myself, but that's cool. So guys, thank you so much, first of all, Pam, for putting this together. This is amazing. I mean, following behind all these other speakers, I don't know what I have to contribute, but I'm going to do my best. You know me long enough to just know that I'm just going to say whatever comes to my mind. And so, guys, been a part of this for 7 years. You know, blessed that my son shared this with me, and that was after doing 30 years of corporate, right? So just like Grace said, she was in the very beginning. She's 54 years young. My darling, there's only a few of us that are over 50, but we're gonna get this thing done because we're gonna show everybody that life is just beginning. And so for me, I mean, I've gone through a lot in life, and when I saw World Ventures, I was at a point in life when I was ready to check out. So I always share that story because there's a lot of people who are afraid to share this with everyone you know. And I am a clear example of the person that you might be saving their life. See, I was at a point where if I didn't wake up tomorrow, I was okay with that. I thought I was good with the corporate job compared to who, right? Jesse Roth? No. Hadiatu? No. Darren Walker? No. Potterham? No. And so I thought I could leave everything to my son. He would be okay. He would get the home, the car, and all that stuff. But that's because life had beat me down. But you know what happened? I went to the View from the Edge in October. I joined in August, and I went to the View in October. And just like Queen Nikki B. West said, it's the day that you join World Ventures, but the main day is the day that World Ventures gets inside of you. And at the View, I cried, I laughed, I got pissed off, I wanted to fight, I wanted to party, but more importantly, just like Devon said, I felt like this different person was born. It had pulled off all those layers of life. I was 44 when I walked in that door at the View. 44, some of you are not, you're half that age. 44 of losing my mom at 17, beating breast cancer, in the middle of a divorce when I walked into the View, raising a child at my own since the age of 21, been working since 15, 2 and 3 jobs my whole entire life. And when I walked through that door at the View, I felt like I was born again because I realized that my life was just about to get started. And that was living life again. I wasn't gonna let life beat me down. And I'll tell you what, that set me up to change other people's lives. At MTA as a contract specialist, I wasn't changing anyone's life. I was a little pawn in the little political world and the corporate world. And then what? If you get sick, you die, they replace you before your obituary is even out, right? If they fire you or you quit, you don't even walk out the door, but your job is posted again. So here I realized I'm gonna change people's lives, just like Devon, just like Marlene, just like all these other people that I've met along the way, including Miss Pam. Girl, life would not be the same without you at this point. And so, guys, this is not just about you. This is about the person that you can change their life, impact their lives, if you don't get them to training. If you don't get them to training, just like Nikki said, you are stealing their money. You just needed them for a sign up. We don't want people like that here. This is about changing people's lives. That's what this company, this culture, and our purpose, our legacy is. Changing lives. Do we have fun along the way? Absolutely. 50 vacations in, right? Earned over 6 figures with this. It's easy to make 100K at corporate. It's not easy doing this, but it's well worth it. And I'll leave you with this. One thing that, not even one thing, but everything Hadi said was me. See, everything she said being just empty inside. Yes, chasing the money. I went from job to job because I was looking for the biggest paycheck, right? Because I needed to take care of my son. That's all I knew, single mom at 21. So that became my routine. That's all I was doing. There's a job there that pays more. I know I can do it. There's a job there that pays more. I know I'm gonna do it. But every time I changed that job, I lost myself a little bit more. I lost my happiness a little bit more. I got empty a little bit more. My soul was dying a little bit more. And so I always tell people, if you're not growing, you're dying. That was me at 44. Don't be that at 44. Those of you that have, a head start at that. So the trainings is the secret sauce to that. Without the training, you won't do that for yourself, but you won't even do that for other people because you won't be the best version of you. You just won't. And so I'll leave you with this. Why do we do this? To do something different for our family and for others. Example, and I'll wrap it up. My son, I was able to do things for him, right? Corporate jobs, great. But now with World Ventures, I'll be a glam mom, just like you said. I was a super part-time mom with all those jobs. Now I will be a super full-time glamour, right? I was able to get him certain things because of my job and good income, and for some people, it might not be a big deal. For a single mom in her early 30s, that was a big deal, buying him his graduation gift, a used Cherokee Jeep, right? That was a big deal, graduation gift, okay? Here you go. Well, guess what? Now, because life is different, my son is also a director, it's different. We just got him, well, not him, but his other half, right? I got to figure out the title for her. His other half, because I don't like the baby mama, don't y'all dare use that phrase. His other half, an infinity truck for her and her belly and her baby, right? You see how life changes when you make different decisions, right? So when a bunch of us get to travel the world with our grandkids, that's way different than what I was living before. So guys, none of that happens without the trainings, especially when they drop Dream Body. My original passion was fitness. That was my original goal. I wanted to be a fitness model back in my days. I still work out. I still am fitness, but y'all are combining travel and fitness. Man, shut the laptop, get out of here. We're done. We are gonna blow this thing out of the water. But if you don't attend the training and you don't get as many people there to training, again, you're gonna miss the boat. You see this book I'm reading? Second Chance. Second Chance. The second chance is what we all have right now for our lives, our business, and everyone else that we're gonna meet along the way or that we currently have in our team. So Pam, thank you so much. $20. Are you freaking serious? $20 can get you 6 to 7 figures for your future and other people? Come on. If you're not going to be at training, you're not doing this business, you might as well quit, just like a lot of people said here. And that is not being mean. That is being true and having an adult conversation. You have to have tough skin to be in this business. So quit the business if you're not going to be there Saturday. Thanks for having me, Pam. I see you guys.
Yeah.
Mwah.
SG, IMZ, absolutely adore you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, ma'am. Yes, here for all of it. Man, we're gonna north a little bit and go to Miss Tanae Carter. I remember first meeting this young woman, and we were in Colombia, in Cartagena, on a dream trip. And I was introduced to her by Mr. Marco, and I met her husband, Troy, and I was just blown away because they instantly have just this warm welcoming. You could tell they're just genuine souls, hardworking, amazing parents. She has a military background. I'm not going to steal her story, but just know you're about to hear from a boss of bosses. So, Miss Tanae, are you on the line? If you could really quick share your story and just talk about training. Look at you, rock star.
Doing this morning. This call is fire. Thank you so much, Pam, for putting this together. I'm literally about to call one-on-one everybody in my phone that is not registered for training. Don't be sending out no mass texts like, hey, everybody. Now, these are people that we love. They're our family. So give them a call. Give them a call and just remind them of their why, right? In the same way, when we're signing people up, we say facts tell, stories sell. It's the same thing when people can't make it to training. Don't just like, oh, you got to make it. Tell them a story of someone that made it, that had something crazy going on. I remember, you know, like she said, I got a military background. I did 20 years in the service. And at year 19, my boss was telling me I couldn't go to a training. At year 19, like, I gave you 19 years in this. Did everything you asked for, deployed multiple times, missed graduations, missed birthdays, and I'm asking for one thing. And they was telling me no. But see, I did not accept that no. I said I was going, and I went over his head to his boss, who told me no. And then guess what? I went over his head to his boss. They was gonna feel me. They were gonna feel me. I was literally standing in my boss's office, like kind of going off like this. I was like, look, I gave you everything. This is something that I need for me and my future, that my friends and family, we need for our future. Like, I'm about to retire. This military thing ain't gonna be forever. See, that's the thing. People think their jobs are forever. Your job is not forever. Let the person that is not registered for the training, let them feel that. Let them feel that. So tell them a story of someone in their same situation that made it to a training. I know a girl that sold her iPhone to make it to a training. See, my first training, I didn't even know it was a training. You see, Marco told you the story. Marco came down to Virginia to help me build. I had no clue what we were doing. He was down there for like 2 days. I didn't know him. We were just signing people up. He's like, oh, we're all gonna go to this thing tomorrow. Tell everybody they gotta pay. We're going. And I'm just like, okay. We get there and Mr. John Clash is speaking. And I can't tell you anything he said during the entire training, except he talked about being 2%. Are you gonna be the 98%? Are you gonna be the 2%? And see, I don't like being with the masses. If everybody's wearing one thing, I wanna wear something else. If everybody's doing one thing, I wanna do something else. I wanna just be greater. You know what I mean? Because I was not brought up that I could do anything. So I try to do everything. But he said something about the 2% and that stuck. And then Norman Bennett, who's a director with this company, told me that we needed to go to Vegas. And here's the thing, at this time, I probably had already signed up like 18 people. You would think that I would have been like, yeah, let's go. In my mind, I was still nervous. I was the person still doing research almost at a senior rep. Like, is this really real? Because when something is so great, we tend to want to like beat it down, break it down. We're just thinking this can't be so real. It is. It is. Let these people know that you're calling that haven't registered how real it is. Tell them the stories. Tell them the Pam stories. Tell them the Marco stories. Tell them the Hadiatu stories. Tell them the stories of people that you know have no money that made it. We had a guy on our team who was homeless, sleeping in his car, taking showers at a gym. He got a gym membership just so he had a place to take shower. He made it to a national training. So there's no excuse. If a homeless person can make it, then everyone can make it. And this training is literally only $20. Only $20. So that's the kind of passion you need to have with every single person. You better act like you're pulling them out of a fire. You are saving their life. If you don't have that kind of ambition, then you need to step up. That's how we need to call people. We need to literally save them from themselves, because you don't know what you don't know. So I hope that helps. Hey guys, my name is Nay. I know she said we didn't have a lot of time, but I'm telling you, give every single person on your team that's not registered for training a call. Talk to them. Talk to them. And if they don't have it, Hadiatu said she had it right? So find it. It's $20. You can borrow $20. It's literally $20. I mean, if you got 10 people on your team, that's like, come on, you can afford that. So if they're worth it to you, and they weren't just a sign up, and their family, then go ahead and do that. So thanks, everybody. My name is Tanae, Teen AON. Love you guys.
Thank you, Tanae. Absolutely appreciate you. And just to correct, Hadiatu said that if you make those calls for training and people spend $20 and they want their money back after that, then she'll refund it, right? But let's get together, like Tanae said, make the phone call, smiling dials. And coming up next, we are going to take it to Central Florida. My brother from a different mother, one of the greatest people on earth that I have the pleasure of doing life with. He is an incredible family man, incredible husband, an incredible dad. Someone that literally, like, to know him is to love him, right? I'm not going to get emotional on the call, but if you know Jay, you know exactly who I am talking about. He was one of the featured trainers in our last RTE. My guy, absolutely, Mr. J-A-O-N. Are you on the line?
What's good, Pam? What's going on? Thank you for having me on this call, man, with so many great, amazing speakers. I'm fired up. I'm pumped up, man. There's not much I can say. Everybody said it all, but I'm just going to give you my experience and how's it been for me. You know, I seen this information 8 years ago. And when I seen it 8 years ago, I was working 2 jobs, 80 hours a week, overwork, underpaid. I was looking for something different. I didn't know what I was looking for, but I was searching for something. I didn't know it was this. I ducked and I dodged Mr. IMD, J Peso $1 Million Earner for over 10 months. Because to me, this wasn't it. So I was just ducking and dodging, but then I seen his lifestyle. I seen his life transition. I seen how he was changing, becoming a better person. He was reading books. He was traveling a lot. And that's what caught my attention. I was intrigued. I was looking for growth, and I seen him growing, but having way more success. You see, I was making good money, but I wasn't living a good life. He had the lifestyle that I wanted. I remember 3 p.m., I was sitting down in my cubicle after just seeing a client, and I go on social media, and I see him in the movie theaters at 3 p.m. I said, nah, this can't be life. I need something else. So I reached out to him, and I seen the information, and I saw travel. You know, I was ignorant to what it was. My thing was, I'm not a salesman. I'm a very introverted person, but I was too broke to be skeptical. I wanted change, and I knew I had to do something different. So I reached out to him, and I seen it. So the travel caught my attention right away. I said, oh, I could take the kids to Disney and save money. I'm in. The business, I didn't think I was going to do the business. The business definitely wasn't for me. But he said, listen, if you go on vacation, who do you want to travel with? I said, of course, friends and family. You want to pay full price or you want them to pay wholesale? I said, I want them to save money. He said, cool, let's invite some people. So my first presentation, I got signed up September 20th of 2012. I invited 10 people to my house. I was coachable. I was teachable. He said, just be coachable, teachable, you'll be unstoppable. I invited 10 friends to my house, and he went and he did the presentation. After the presentation, they all said, I got to think about it. Once he left, they all joked. They all had, Marco was one of them. They all said, no, too good to be true. I'm not doing this. I made people quit. It's a scam. It's a scheme. They said everything. And I promise you, I thought they were going to follow me. I was already, in my mind, a leader. I thought I was already successful. I thought people were going to follow me. And they all said, no, it wouldn't work. It's too good to be true. I'm good. I'm not doing this. It's a privilege. They said everything that it was. I literally got so discouraged. I probably would have never showed anyone else. So that was on a Thursday. 2 days later, he said, there's a training event, and I need you to get to this training event. And I said, what time is it? He said, it's at 9 o'clock in the morning. I work nights. I don't know if I'm going to make there on time. He said, listen, just when you get up, just get here. So I got to that training event, and I wasn't going to go, but because I am a man of my word, and I told him I'll show up, I'll show up. So I showed up around 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock. It was lunch break. I seen a lot of people. It was 500-600 people at the RTE, and I seen this guy on stage. It was a country boy who likes to pee off his porch. His name was IMD, double IMD, Mr. Byron Schrag, and I'm seeing his lifestyle. He's talking about everything that he's been able to achieve because of this idea. And then right after that, I seen people walking stage, recognition. And, you know, like they said here, facts tell, stories sell. And I seen the stories, and I seen a kid who was 21 years old, barely knew English. Shout out to Felix Soto, man. Felix, man, you did an amazing job with the English. This guy was a lot worse than you in English. And I seen him winning. He was 21 years old. He said he was a full-time student. He used to work, left his job, been on 14 vacations, drives a BMW, took his mom on vacation. And I'm like, wait, hold on. I'm 30-something years old. This guy's driving a BMW. I don't travel. He travels. I said, nah, this can't be life. Right there was when I made the decision. I said, if this man can do it, I definitely can do it. And I made that decision. I came out of there super on fire. I made that commitment that I was going to finish this thing. I went and I called the same 10 friends that I invited, but I had a different passion. I had a different conviction. You see, in the beginning, I invited people with a sense of permission. Are you coming? Are you ready to do this with me? Are you ready to get started? Do you want to do this? You know, what do you think? But after that training event, something else sparked inside me, and I looked at people differently. Marco was the first person, and I said, listen, I'm doing this. You are my best friend. I've never put you in a bad situation. We made money many different ways. Either you coming with me or I'm going to make you regret it. We know the same people. I'm going to show everybody we know is either you're going to benefit from it or you're going to watch me travel and take all these trips. When he seen me speak with that sense of commitment, that sense of conviction, he said, oh, nah, you really serious. You're doing this. I said, I'm dead ass. Excuse my language. And that was it. He was like, I'm going with you. You're not leaving me behind. You see, that training gave me a belief. It gave me some passion. It sparked something inside me, something that was probably dead for a very long time. I come from no background of business. We come from Section 8. We come from public assistance. We didn't have much. And in my family, not too many people go to college. In my family, you're either going to be locked up or dead. That was my expectation. That was what I was supposed to fulfill. So me even just getting past high school was an accomplishment. So I felt like I arrived. I didn't need to do anything else. But when this happened, I knew I wanted to be successful. But when I went to this training event and this came into my life, that's where that dream, that kid inside me started to dream again. I couldn't sleep because I was dreaming about a future that I always wanted, something that I wanted to give my kids. At the time, I had 2 kids with a third one on the way. And we were living in a studio apartment, the size of this living room right here. The apartment we lived in was the size of this. Kitchen was there. This was it. There was nothing else to this apartment. That's how bad we were, and that's what I was giving my kids. But when I seen this, something sparked, and I saw where I can give my kids a better life, a better future, something that I wish I had growing up. But if it wasn't for this training event, I would have never woke that person inside me would have never woke up. You see, this gives me the permission. It unlocks the better version of yourself. And then with this whole thing that's happening with Dream Body that's coming out, you see, we've been on our fitness journey for a while now. Because of what I was working 80 hours a week, I gained over 110 pounds. I was over 270 pounds. I was overweight. I had high blood pressure, high cholesterol. My life was literally spiraling downhill. Word Ventures truly saved my life. But I had a conversation with somebody at the level of director, and I thought I was winning. I was having success. I was doing it fast. And I said, and I got a plateau, and things weren't going the way that I wanted to. And I started to question myself. I started to question, am I the person? Is this something with me? Can I see everybody else winning? And I kept thinking it was me. But he said, bro, go and lose 50 pounds. He said, you go and lose 50 pounds, watch how your business is going to explode. But I didn't understand that. And he said, it's not about losing the weight. He said, it's about the daily disciplines. It's about the things that you're going to have to overcome to get to that next level. It's the same principles that you're going to apply to this business. So with Dream Body, I'm excited. I've lost 50 pounds. 50 pounds, one level away from IMD. 50 pounds. He told me, go lose 50 pounds. You're going to hit IMD. 50 pounds, I'm one level away to IMD. You see, I'm excited for what this is going to do. Dream Body, I hope it inspires each and every one of us to go out there and work towards our dream body. If one thing this has taught us is that health is everything. We need to make sure we take care of ourselves because our kids, our families, everybody wants to live long. Everybody's there depending on us. So I'm excited what Dream Body is going to do to you physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, and then it's going to show on the outer world financially. You see, trainings change this. And when you change this, everything else gets to change. Because of this idea, we went from a studio apartment to 1,800 square foot house living in Tampa, in one of the best neighborhoods in Tampa. My kids go to some of the best schools. Well, right now we homeschooling, so they got some of the best teachers. But if it wasn't for this opportunity, my kids truly will not know what it feels like to struggle. And I pray that you get to that training event because what's happened to me, a person that didn't believe he can do this, I didn't have no belief in myself, no belief in anything. All I believed was that work, get paid, work, get paid. But it took this training event to really, truly build me up. And that's what this is going to do for you. And for the fact that it's only $20, you can't beat that. So hope to see you at the training event. Let's get it. Let's lock and load. Take care. God bless.
Yay! My brother. Appreciate you, man. Jesus Christ. Amazing. But certainly not least. And this is really a bonus, right? Because he's been super busy. And I'm just grateful that he was able to get on here. He was on our Breakfast Club call the week before last, I believe. And he is one of the featured trainers for this weekend's RTE. Has one of the fastest growing teams, comes from an entertainment background, but he is one of the most amazing examples of why, like everyone that you've heard from Jadid to Grace to Nikki to John to Gio to Antoine to Maurice to Brittany, Alexis, Hadi, the very epitome of everybody you've heard from, right? saying, exemplifying why training is non-negotiable, right? So without further ado, my brother from a different mother, marketing director, one of our featured trainers for this weekend, Mr. Dewey Saxton. Wagwan star. Mijana.
What's up, man? What's up, y'all? After everybody spoke, I don't know what could I possibly say. Let me just say this. First of all, thank you so much for inviting me to speak on this platform. And guys, just in case you didn't know, and Gooch said it at the last event, World Ventures is God's company. And God have his hand on this company. That's why I'm here. God has his hand on this company, and I genuinely believe that. And I'm just going to tell you that he wants you to be a trainer. So before we even get into, is there anybody, if you're on the call and you're not registered for training, raise your hand. I found a screenshot that. Somebody screenshot that. No, we're expecting all of you guys who got your hands up, we're expecting you after you jump off this call to get registered. And it's very, very, very important. I remember listening to an audio from Baron Traub, Belief. And he talked about if I put 20 people in, and none of my 20 to go to training, and he put one person in, and that one person goes to training, he still wins. Because as you've heard from everybody that spoke before me, training is where your belief gets built. This is where World Ventures goes into you, as Anton in his beautiful World Ventures shirt said. And it's so true. And I think this training especially is super important, because I don't feel like this is the RT. I said it on the Next Level call last Sunday. This is not like art. This is not a typical RT. I feel like this is like a momentum sprinkle, like a United and a dash of boot camp, and where I look funny from a view from the edge. That's how I feel about this training, because it's almost like it's a new beginning. It's gonna be crazy fun, guys. I know everybody's talking about the seriousness of it and what you get for all this. So we're gonna have a lot of fun. I know a lot of people, they're doing like watch parties. And I think that's a great idea. And if you're doing a watch party, make sure that everybody comes to watch party actually purchase their ticket. Right, and that's a lot of us are doing that. That's gonna make it the experience even that much better. But a couple things about this particular training. I think about like big companies, right? Like Facebook, for example. They buy Instagram, and a bunch of other companies around. They bought the companies, and they want to buy Snapchat, but Snapchat never work with them. So it's all right, cool. Just go Instagram stories, WhatsApp stories, Facebook stories. With everything that happened, they came up with something similar to Zoom. So they dominate that way. And when I see what we're doing now, we're gonna get products. Because I buy Herbalife shakes, I buy the meal replacement shakes, and I buy the tea. But no, when World Ventures are come with Dream Body, Herbalife get left. I'm not spending more money with Herbalife again. So I feel like we're gonna capture all the market share that we didn't have the opportunity to do so before, and that's a big deal. Because the goal, the vision is to change the world, to be the #1 company in the world. And at this move right here, this is going to be an integral part of that, right? And if you're not under that call, let me tell you something. There will be people on that call that they join the training call in the morning, and by the time the training is over, they get off the call, their checks went up. And that should be each and every person on this call right now. So you ask yourself, am I supposed to be on that call? And the answer is obvious. Of course, you have to be on the call. And it's not just about you. You have to get your people on the call. See, majority of the people on here, the fact that you come on the call like this, it tells me that you're going to be at training. So you're good. Everybody here is good. But what about your team? See, it's not about you. It's about the people. It's about the people in your charge. And you are a leader. So as a leader, it's your responsibility to make sure you pull people across the fence. See, when I'm calling people about training, I'm not asking them if they're going to training. I'm calling them to get their credit card, to plug them in. Just like when we're closing people for joining the club. And with training, it's not sorting. This is not sorting. It's not like when you work in a business. It's not sorting. This is hard selling, closing, because people don't know what they don't know. And a lot of times in business, usually in business, it's not what you don't know that stops you from having success. It's what you don't know that you don't know. A lot of your people, especially the new people, they have no idea. But you being the expert, you being the person that knows exactly what's going on, know that it's necessary for them to be at training. You have to make sure that they are training. No excuses. We're not buying no excuses at all this weekend. So it's it's on you to make sure that all your people are trained. Like they said, everybody, we're making calls. We call everybody. We don't care if you're in. If you were in before, we are calling everybody. I want to get everybody to train. It's $20. There's no reason why everybody in the company isn't on that training. I'm not even going to talk about the lineup. Peter Powderham. A lot of people don't know who Peter Powderham is. I'm so excited to hear Peter, because that guy is the #1 income earner of the company. I know none of us know him. And it seems like he's out of retirement because that says a lot in itself. But yo, that's going to be incredible. Eric G, I don't have to talk about Eric G. I don't have to talk about Darren. I don't have to talk about anybody on the call. I might have to talk about me, but I ain't going to talk about me. Y'all got to come silent to hear about me. Right? But it's going to be incredible. And you know what, guys? On a serious tip, you are doing your people a disservice if you don't go hard on getting them to this event. And let me just paint a picture for you. Picture if you will, right? Is there anybody on your team? Think about this. Is there anybody on your team that you want to win at a high level? And I'm sure we all have we probably want everybody in our team to win at a high level. That's not going to happen. But specifically, if there's somebody that you really care about, you see potential in them, and you know if you're a fox, say, yo, this guy can make it to the top. I want this guy's life to change. I want this guy to make it to the top, right? Well, it doesn't happen if they want 10 trainings. And as you hear from everybody on the call, everybody's saying the same thing. I feel like I'm beating a dead horse, but it's very important because it doesn't happen. Picture if you will, and I love doing this analogy. Picture if you will, you're in Dallas, Texas. Say next year or 2 years old, you're in Dallas, Texas, and we're in a Cowboy Stadium. It pack out. There's 100,000 people in the stands. Music, a beat. Monica dropping some new reggae music. You find out like, oh, the Fudgy Springer. I'm playing it on the sound, and the energy is just nice. Everybody having a good time. And then you hear the announcer said, World Ventures, give it up for the newest 100K ring earner. And they call your person's name, your friend's name. And then your friend's favorite song start playing on the sound, and them skank up on the stage, and boom, and thank Father God, because you know, so God of the Dan, God of the boss, God of the general. So thank God first. Then big up Wayne Nugent and thank him for this incredible opportunity. And then from stage, he said, where's my sponsor? Or where's my mentor? And you know they're talking about you, but you're not really in it for the hype. So you're kind of full of vibes. No hype. But the whole stadium knows that they're talking about you. And they say, man, thank you so much for thank you for pushing me to go into that event, man. Thank you for even just working with me and teaching me the ropes and showing me the things that I need to. Thank you for setting the example for me to follow. Because not only right now, man, my life is different. My grandkids' life will never be the same. Like, we just literally changed the trajectory of my family tree. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Jesus Christ!
Imagine how that would feel. Just see yourself in that situation and imagine how you would feel if somebody on your team that you pushed, because you're a coach, you pushed them, and now they're having these results. See, guys, this doesn't happen for a lot of people if you don't do what you're supposed to do and get everybody under your charge to this event. All right? So go do what you have to do.
Thank you, my brother. Absolutely appreciate you. Adore you. I cannot wait for Saturday. I've not slept for the last 2 days. We had a leadership call with this new launch, and it is crazy. I've had WV insomnia for the last 2 days, and you know what I'm talking about if you know what that is. But man, I don't think I'm gonna be able to sleep until Saturday, right? Like, it's absolutely just crazy what's going on in this energy from today. And I know the call went a little bit long. It does, but that's okay because it's been full with nothing but greatness. Like you heard from everybody on here, man. Winners do not negotiate with their success. Therefore, you will be at training, and in the meantime, you will do everything and anything in your power to pick up the phone, smile and dial, make those uncomfortable conversations, make those uncomfortable phone calls, because nothing ever happens in your comfort zone, in our comfort zone. Because just like you, I'm going to be doing it too. Thank you guys so much for logging on. Get registered, WVRTE.com. If you're already registered, be bold. Go purchase some tickets. WVRTE.com. We'll see you on Saturday. This has been your Breakfast Club call for today. Happy day. Blessings on blessings. Let's get it.